I guess the best way, I know this sounds so trite, but I describe it the same way quite a few of my buddies went. After they went, I would watch what they would write. And they say, we don't know what to say except we're in the presence of God. And I don't know any way to explain it. As I was sitting there, I thought, what is happening here? And here's what I honestly, this went through my mind. I felt like that once a year when the high priest was invited into the Holy of Holies, I felt like here we were, 1,500 people in the Holy of Holies. I thought, this must be what it felt like. When that thought went through my mind was, I've heard when we get to heaven we can maybe worship the Lord for 1,000,000 years. I always thought, well, I don't want to be in heaven in an eternal church service. That doesn't even sound exciting to me. But when that worship service there, I got to tell you, I thought, I just don't want this to ever end. I did not want to leave, and we were there 9 hours.
Wow.
And could hardly leave.
Wow. Jim and Rosemary Garlow joining us today here on the Meeting House on Faith Radio. They are the co-founders of Well Versed, which is a ministry of equipping and encouragement, and they are joining us here at NRB, the National Religious Broadcasters Convention 2023 in Orlando. Well, let's shift now. We've talked about the Asbury revival a little bit. There's a lot, there's a lot there. I did want to spend some time on what's going on in Israel, because I know that the two of you have been to Israel recently. Israel is something very special to the two of you. 75th anniversary of the modern day nation of Israel. It was interesting. I was having this conversation with Joel Rosenberg recently, and he and I were talking. He was in Israel. We were talking about what was going on and the original series of events in 1948, and we were talking about how, basically it was declared that Israel would be a nation, and then all of the neighbors basically invaded. And it didn't take very long at all, but God continued to uphold the nation of Israel through attacks, through hostility, through opposition on the world stage. I mean, the fact is, it was an amazing gathering that took place in 1948, and the sustenance of Israel until this very day has been, again, a testimony to the hand of God. Rosemary, let me ask you what you have seen. Why is Israel important to you, and what's the significance of this 25th anniversary?
It's important because it's important to God. It's
Yes.
the place where he put his name, his presence forever, the city he's chosen to always dwell in, where he's coming to reign for 1,000 years as our King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And we are very close, we feel, to this occurring. And so as we move in, as we hone in to prophetic fulfillment, we see just such a drawing in the hearts of people to want to now make this pilgrimage when it's never been more easy than in all of history to come to Jerusalem, to come to the place where God himself made covenant with us for our salvation. And it is such an honor and a privilege. The 75th anniversary is the diamond anniversary. It's a real jewel. And we know the Jewish people and Israel is a treasure for the whole world. And as Israel has peace and safety, so does the entire globe. In fact, we were there just a few weeks ago and war was declared. It lasted for a few days, but then we didn't feel any of the effects of it. But we toured safely and successfully with our group, and people felt that they will never be the same, that they entered a dimension of spiritual relationship with the Lord that will be a treasure for them forever.